So this November, Skyrim is officially 10 years old, which probably means that many of you have played it. If you haven't played Skyrim, how? But that also means one other thing. Everyone's probably played the living hell out of it. If you're like me, you've played it so much that, the regular game's just kind of boring now. So, what's the solution? Well, I have a very interesting one for you. It's called mods. Not the ones that give you diamond in Black Ops 2. Those guys were dicks. Although someone did give me all of the Black Ops 2 achievements once, so I guess that's how modders work. These mods, I think, they might be available on every console except the Switch, I'd imagine. Oh, and I think PlayStation have dodgy mod rules because Sony's weird. But if you're on PC or Xbox, then you're fine. And I'm on both of them. So, no, I'm not. I don't have a PC. I have a headset. Never mind. But I've got access to a bunch of mods. Not any of the fluffy ones, because, let's just say that Bethesda's website doesn't officially support those. I'm going to go through a couple of mods that I'd seriously recommend to spice up the gameplay. So first I'm going to go through the followers, because followers are fantastic. And I've actually done a significant amount of searching to find the good followers. So hey, I'll let you know. So the first follower we've got is Inigo. Now, Inigo is probably, I think he's the most well-known follower mod. Inigo has like 1 million voice lines. He hasn't been updated in a while, which is interesting because he has a story mode, but it isn't complete yet. So I'm not sure if, I'm not sure what's going on with that. And for some reason, my version of the campaign, like his version of the campaign, I either can't remember how to start it or I've completely munted it because it won't spawn and I can't get it to. So, I guess I broke Inigo. Whoops. He also communicates with Lucian, which is the second follower I'm going to go on about. In fact, when you hire the second one, they introduce each other to themselves to each other, same thing, which is quite cool, and they comment on some of the other characters, although not that much. I'm a big fan of Inigo. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining him because I'm pretty sure everyone knows who he is. So this is Lucian. I think he's meant to be British or something. He's an Imperial, which I don't know what that really means. He's quite good. He comments on, I'm pretty sure he comments on every single one of my followers, like all the followers in this list, if I'm correct. He's very well done. He's one of the more recent ones, and he's still being updated. He's got his own quests and that kind of stuff. You could actually teach him different stuff as well, so you get to customize what weapons and stuff he uses, which is actually quite cool, considering I think he's the only follower that actually supports that kind of thing. Next we've got Sophia, which is, she's very interesting. I think her story is that she's stalking the Dragonborn, which is interesting because you can find her immediately. She doesn't have a level cap, which means that you can spawn, go down into just Riverwood? Where's Riverrun? I'm not sure where I got that from. And then find her immediately in Whiterun, and she'll just be like, oh, I've been stalking you, and how? I haven't done anything yet. She's quite cool. Her voice acting is quite solid, unlike the next dude who kind of sounds like he's talking through a tunnel half the time. I don't really know why I keep him around, to be honest. Cool thing about Sophia is that she's got Sandbox permanently on, which I don't know if you've ever used Serana. I think it's Serana. She'll just randomly go and like poke various items if she's bored. So like you can sit in a tavern and she'll start drinking and like cheering and stuff, which is quite cool because not a whole lot of followers do that. I think the only vanilla one to do it is Serena, but her range is very weird, so if you move 2 meters she'll be like, I will say something about her though. For some ungodly reason, every time I go through a door she'll just randomly, it's like she rolls a dice and just takes all of her armor off if she decides to. It's a weird bug that they haven't really patched. I can't figure out why it happens, but it seems to happen all the time, so maybe I'm doing something wrong. It's like, woman, we're in the middle of a battle, please put armor on your face. Marissi. Now, if you've watched my How to Play Skyrim video, which no one has, no one's done it. It's got like 2 views, and I think they're both me. You'll probably be like, oh, who's this? And that's because she's gone? ? So when I got her, or rather the quest that you need for her, she kind of just exploded. She spawned in, I was like, hello, and then she sunk through the ground, and now I can't find her anymore. So I can only assume that she's gone to the Nether Realm. So, you know, that's a bit of a rip. Good knowing you, Marissy. I will see you in the ground or something? She's a cat, kind of. She's got her own quest. Quest is quite good. There's no, like, debug tool with her like the next one, so you kind of have to get her to love you the normal way, which is quite interesting. This is Mirai. She's got a quest that lasts 2 seconds. She's annoying as fresh piss, but hey, her romantic quest is quite nice, so I guess that redeems it somehow. She's also insanely powerful and can do shouts and stuff, which luckily is all customizable, because if it wasn't, she spawns dragons, and those dragons glitch my game out all the time and keep crashing me. So if she was permanently doing that, I'd have sent her to the Nether Realm with Marissy. Also, she sounds like she's 12, which makes me just want to shoot her. This is Cade. I don't know what his deal is. He's the one I mentioned before. I think I was meant to do him earlier. Whoops. He's the one who sounds like he's in a tunnel. He seems to be more of on the rough side, but he's quite cool. He also sounds like Scotland, and he keeps yelling about how his blade is thirsty, which is interesting. I mean, dude, just feed it some water or something, surely. He looks dumb as a bag of sand, though. This guy's face. Dumbass. And last we have Recorder. We don't fucking talk about Recorder. She never shuts up, and she's okay. So she's the only follower I have that doesn't have an option for shutting her up. Every single other follower has an option where you can be like, hey, you know how you talk all the time? Stop it. This bitch doesn't have one, and she never stops talking. Like, I like her, she's cool. Shut up. Just shut up. Her thing is that she lives in Zelda or something. I don't, I've genuinely got no fucking idea. And she won't stop referencing this guild that she's from, which is, it's great for like the first 2 seconds, and then it's the worst thing ever. Like, woman, have you considered death? You're about to. So now we get onto some of the mods that aren't really follower based. First, we've got the unofficial Skyrim patch. Now, I'm not actually a terribly big fan of this patch because I don't actually know what it does. It doesn't stop me from getting through areas using plates. I think it moves that one chest that's in Dawnstar that people keep stealing stuff from, but I mean, I have a no-clip spell anyway, so I'm just gonna steal this. The reason I've got the patch is because a bunch of mods need it. So, I wouldn't actually recommend this one. I don't know what it fucking does. Literally, so the only reason I have this is because all of Tarshana's stuff, which is all of the environmental mods I've ever had, need it. Other than that, yeah, nah. Yeah, no. So next we've got the cutting room floor. Now this thing is actually really good. Cutting room floor is very nice. It adds a bunch of stuff that wasn't really in the game. So a bunch of spells, bunch of other stuff. Yeah, it brings back like quest missions and stuff like that. It's all the stuff that was almost added but wasn't. It's actually really good. I'm very surprised someone managed to pull that off. Next we've got a couple of like derpy dirt mods, so I'll just kind of put them in their own little thing. First we've got Haste. It basically changes how the crimes and stuff work. For example, if you kill person, it doesn't cost you 1,000 gold now, it costs you like 10,000 gold. Fatality. This makes the game almost impossible to play, so I need to rely on all my followers. Really recommend it, although doing it by yourself is just death. Got stuff like Divine Body Replacement and Diverse Dragon thing, Beasts of Tamriel, all kind of stuff that change like what spawns. Immersive Citizens, which allows me to, you know, actually believe that these people aren't robots. Relationship dialogue, basically all stuff that allows me to communicate with people without being like, oh hey, this person doesn't make any goddamn sense, and then murdering them on sight. We've got Obsidian Weathers, which is a fantastic weather mod. Super recommend it. We've got the additional music project, which changes all the Skyrim music, because I hate the Skyrim music. It is fantastic. The sound overhaul, which actually, I'm not sure what that does. Sarcastic Dragons loading screens, which make the loading screens actually fucking plausible. Cheat Room, which, I mean, it's a cheat room. I don't know what you want me to say. Heavy Armory, as well as Morrow Loot, basically add a bunch of new stuff to the game and retweak it. So Heavy Armory has a bunch of different weapons, like halberds made of chunks of other weapons. It is amazing. Seriously recommend it. So yeah, that's my walkthrough of all the mods I've got. There are a couple more, but those are the main ones. So hey, if you're really bored of Skyrim, I would check these ones out because, I mean, I've been playing Skyrim since, what, 2013? So yeah, I mean, it works for me. So hopefully it'll work for you too.